with all of this talk about the Authority making their on-screen debut and potentially appearing in the Superman Legacy film, I didn't know a lot about them, so I went back, did my research, and I've been really fascinated by them and their history. So I thought I would give a bit of a brief overview of who these characters are. Today, we're going to be doing the Engineer. The Engineer, the Maker, the Fourth Doctor, or whatever you'd like to call her, but real name, Dr. Angela Angie Speaker, was an OG member of the Authority. So like all the others, we'll start with their Wildstorm origins and then their DC. She was the second Engineer and born in Queens, the youngest child of 7. From a young age, she was obsessed with superheroes while dreaming of becoming one. She was the smartest child in her school. After the first Engineer was killed, her home computer filled up with all his nanotechnology notes and started linking it to her work in human-machine fusion. She had known the original Engineer, but didn't know he was in fact the Engineer until his death. She distilled an incalculable number of intelligent devices into 9 pints of liquid machinery and replaced her blood with it. This nanotechnology gives her many abilities. Jenny Sparks recruited her as a founding member of the Authority. In the events of transfer of power, Angela was replaced by Machine, a Japanese woman who received a nanotechnology extract from the Engineer's body. Speaker's blood was temporarily replaced with that of a HIV-positive heroin addict. She was given memory implants, forcing her to work at a 7-Eleven with an abusive husband and 6 kids, whom were all paid actors, until saved by Swift. Interesting comic arcs that include her are Wildstorm and World's End, and a lot of the Authority comics. Her powers in Wildstorm include blood nanites, shape-shifting, plasticity, adaptive durability, self-sustenance, nanite fabricating, self-duplication, radio telepathy, nanite infection, nanite disintegration, nanite knowledge, nanite senses, telescopic vision, technopathy, electrokinesis, flight, and interstellar travel. Now for her DC counterpart. After being betrayed by Harry Tenner, she was made leader of Stormwatch. While battling Neanderthals, she swallowed a devolving device, seeming to change her mind. Over time, she grew more powerful, but her demeanour more cold. Eventually, she stopped identifying as Angela at all, or even human. Seemingly driven mad, she declared that the best way to protect Earth was to eliminate humans and create a new species. Thwarted by Tenner, he used Jenny Quantum to destroy her, seemingly killing her. Her powers here are cybernetic enhancements, metamorphosis, force fields, elasticity, energy projection, self-sustenance, and mechokinesis. Her first DC appearance was Stormwatch Volume 3, Issue 1 in 2011, and Wildstorm and the Authority Issue 1 in 1999. Now, for the Doctor, Jeroen Thorndike. Jeroen Thorndike was the second Doctor. He was a multimedia millionaire by 12, a dot-com billionaire by 20, staring into space in a psychiatric ward at 21. Fortune and fame seemed too much for him, and he suffered a major breakdown. He eventually gave away all of his money and tried living a normal life, until the original Doctor died and Jeroen inherited his abilities. He refused the responsibility and spent his days gaming and doing heroin instead. He was first contacted to join the Authority by Jenny Sparks and Swift, but refused to join. After contacting him a second time, Jenny shot herself in the head, forcing him to use his powers to revive her. Soon after this, he joined. He married a pop diva, overdosed on heroin, fell into a coma, unable to help the world around him, saved by a blood transfusion from Midnighter. They then had doubts that he was fit enough to serve in the team. When the Authority was replaced, he was replaced by the Surgeon, who would carry Jeroen around as a doll in his pocket, using him to clean his underwear. The Surgeon, after damaging the collective consciousness of all Doctors, was later shot by Midnighter, saving Jeroen. 3 years after the Authority disbanded, Thorndike died from an overdose by Rose Tattoo, on order of Henry Bendix, who captured his soul to give it to the next Doctor. Later, his soul was saved by Jenny Quantum. His powers here are magic, enlightened senses, reincarnation, the Garden of Ancestral Memories, and racial memory. He has no DC history, as he was dead by then, leaving a new Doctor in Prime Earth, but he first appeared in the Authority, Issue 1 in 1999, and died in the Authority Revolution, Issue 11, 2005. And that is the whole OG lineup of the Authority done. We've got all the videos out now on our channel. In the next couple of days, I'm going to compile them all up into one long ass video so everybody can kind of learn it all at the exact same time, but it's going to be quite long. But let us know who you want to do next. I'm planning on doing the Creature Commandos. That one's going to be only relatively short, as there's about 5 or 6 major characters in the original lineup. If you want to see me do any of the other Authority teams, members, even Stormwatch, things like that, let me know. But that is the Authority, done and dusted. Now we have to wait until we see them on on the big screen when they make their debut on live action, potentially in Superman and Legacy, but then animated in their own show. So thank you all. If you like this video, please drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment who you want to see next. Until then, comics out.